Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 28th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Thursday out there so far, but it is a great Thursday evening. Hope you can stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lower 48 and also the tropical weather outlook as well. Alright, I'm going to start off here in the lower 48. You can see we got a cold front stretching from portions of southeast Canada, stretching through Ohio, stretching all the way back down into portions of Arkansas and also into North Texas. That continue to push on off to the south and east. Got a few little impulses also going to be moving across the southeastern U.S. May bring a few chances of showers and storms from now and through Labor Day. So pretty much your Labor Day weekend could be dodging a few showers and thunderstorms possible during that time frame across the eastern U.S. We got more activity in the portions of the upper Midwest and also over toward the Four Corners region, as you can see, toward California, toward Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, also toward Montana region as well. We got a tropical wave here moving off the Central American coast. Need to monitor it for possible development. That was that system here that was kind of located about right in here yesterday, or right in here. Yeah, right in here yesterday. It moved across Central America, and as you can see, more waves moving across in that direction as well. Possible more tropical development here as well. If you watched my video last night, I showed the tropical weather outlook. We do have another tropical system we may have to be dealing with later on down the road. We have about a 20% chance of development. It's over there off the African coast. We'll show you that in tonight's video as well toward the end of this video. So stick around and make sure you watch the entire video so that way you will not miss a beat of my forecast. Alright, you can see a tropical wave here moving towards these Windward and Leeward Islands. You can see it's got a little bit of a rotation there. The National Hurricane Center may need to monitor that, but I think there's a lot of Saharan dust in certain areas where these systems are going to be going. We got more activity in the central tropical Atlantic around Bermuda. Also got more activity down in the northwestern Caribbean Sea and also across the Yucatan Peninsula, Cuba, Florida region as well, and also into Mexico. And got another little upper level low spinning out here in the western, just off the western U.S. coast. That will continue to push on inland toward the Washington and Oregon regions as well. Maybe even northern California also. May bring some precipitation to you guys also. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some flash flooding and heavy rain over portions of Colorado, New Mexico, and also into Texas. Also more in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama with some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in these areas as well. Alright, we got some thunderstorms and showers possible across southeast Canada into New Brunswick off the Atlantic coastal water from Maine to New York State. Portion of upstate South Carolina to the Atlantic coastal water to Florida Keys, northwest Bahamas, the central and northern Gulf, stretching from Georgia to Texas to New Mexico, northwestern Mexico State, also up in the portion of Nevada, also in the portion of Utah, Colorado, more up towards the Canadian-U.S. border, toward Washington, Idaho, and Montana region, over toward Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and through the Dakotas for more shower and thunderstorm activity possible in your region for your Friday. So that's your Friday outlook. Now let's move on to your Saturday forecast. You can see we got some heavy rain and flash flooding over New Mexico, also in the portion of Texas. And I forgot to mention Friday, if your area is dry, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Now let's move on to your Saturday outlook. But like I said, flash flooding and heavy rain over Texas, New Mexico. More thunderstorms and showers possible over Washington State, southwest Canada, through the Dakotas, Montana, Colorado, to the state of Mexico, to Texas, central and northern Gulf, Florida Keys, northwest Bahamas, Atlantic coastal water, portions of southern Virginia, through the Carolinas, back to Mississippi, also in the portion of New Brunswick, Maine, southeast, also the Atlantic coastal waters as well, also in southeast Canada, Vermont, and New Hampshire areas as well. Now, otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. I got ahead of myself, folks, but we got that one there right on cue. Alright, now let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map you're locating across the nation. We don't have too much activity to talk about in this here, so we got a little bit of frost advisories up here in portion of northern Michigan, also in Wisconsin. I got some beach hazard statements from New York State to Michigan, to portion of eastern Wisconsin, northern Michigan, also northeastern Minnesota. We have some flood watches over here in areas of Louisiana, also Arkansas, northeast Texas, southeast Louisiana, and also into Washington State. Even got some red flag warnings there as well. Even got some special weather statement for South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. And then pretty much that lets go. We don't have no gale warnings or nothing along the United States coast. That's kind of unusual there. But they have nothing posted for the Atlantic coastal waters off the eastern and southeastern, the Gulf, or the western U.S. at this time. So good news there, and even Hawaii and Chain Island. The only one we have is small craft advisory gale warning around the Alaska region. And inland we have some flood watches, some high wind warning, wind advisory, hydro issue, and in the purple there we have some winter weather advisories for the Alaska region. Alrighty, kind of unusual, but that's something new for me there to see something like that. But anyway, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center. We got some severe weather over here for a marginal risk for portions just south of Valentin, to McCook, to Colby, to Pablo, to portions of New Mexico, North Texas, western Oklahoma, also around eastern Texas, around Lupkin to Alexandria, Louisiana. We have general thunderstorm for portions of Spokane over to Minneapolis, down towards El Paso, Texas, Tucson, over toward Columbus, Georgia, to areas of Jacksonville to Miami, and then again from New York State up to portions of Portland, Maine. Let's take a look at the tornado probability. It's going to look something like this, less than 2% all areas, so pretty much no tornadoes are expected at this time. Damaging winds only 5% in those areas here. Large hail, just 5% in New Mexico, in the portion of Kansas and Nebraska region. Alrighty, now let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 3, which is your Saturday. Just general thunderstorm from Maine to portion of northern New York State, for Raleigh to Miami to Corpus Christi to El Paso, and all the way up to Billings, Montana, Bismarck, McCook, Colby, and a little bit over towards Seattle, Washington. Just pretty much general thunderstorm, but cannot rule out a severe thunderstorm anywhere in that area also. Now, let's take a look at that tropical wave. Has a 20% chance of development over the next 7 days. Alright, tropical wave moving off the African coast. You can see here a tropical wave is forecast to emerge off the west coast of Africa on Sunday. Thereafter, environmental conditions could support some slow development of this system while it moves westward to west-northwestward at about 15 to 20 miles an hour across the tropical Atlantic. Next week, formation chance is 0% right now because the system's still over land, and 20% chance of development as we roll into the next 7 days. You remember last night I had a through the September 6th time frame, something could develop from the Cabo Verde Islands all the way over toward the Windward and Leeward Islands in this area here. Had about a 20% chance of development, something in this here. So now the National Hurricane Center is going along with the Climate Prediction Center, what we showed you last night. So, but we do expect the things to start picking up because peak hurricane season is September the 10th. We expect these things to increase here over the coming week. So get ready. The may start off kind of slow, but it should start. It should begin to picking up a little more activity. And anybody along the Atlantic coast from Maine all the way to the Florida Keys, to the Bahamas, all the way over into the Gulf, southeast Texas, eastern Mexico, the Caribbean Sea, monitor for possible development. Something could be a major hurricane coming up anytime between now and November the 30th. So get ready. Next coming up next month is the prime time for landfalling hurricanes here in the United States. So get ready, folks. Just want to pass that information along to you. Hope everybody has a wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because that's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and make sure you subscribe if you have not already.